Not just a wild Giratina appeared, the Distortion World's Giratina appeared. Even the text is inconsistent in this alternate dimension. Like with any battle against a legendary Pokemon, I highly recommend that you save before taking this on. Also, it is always worth your time to throw a Quick Ball at the beginning of any encounter just in the off chance that it somehow works. Giratina, with its amazingly cool type of Ghost and Dragon. Oh man, I thought I actually did it! Sorry. Giratina, with its unique Ghost Dragon type that is cool to even say, is a downright aggressive Pokemon. Its origin form, what it is currently before us in, has 120 in both attacking stats, plus gets a 10% boost to Ghost and Dragon type damage. The ability Levitate and the natural immunities to fighting and normal also make it viable as a switch in many situations. All around, it's just cool, cool, cool. And I'm trying to make it even cooler by phrasing it with my Ice Beam because that'd make it a lot easier to catch. As for moves, I hate to say it, but after the streak of compliments that I've just given it, it only learns one new move every 10 levels, and most of them are nothing to write home about. The moves it already has are what you're going to be sticking with for a long time unless you have TMs that you want to use on it. You also do not have access to this form right away if you are to catch it. If you capture Giratina, it will instead be in its altered form. This is the more defensive counterpart of the two. There's not much reason to use it now that the origin form exists once you get access to that form, of course. But yeah, there's not really much else to say that hasn't already been said about Giratina's origin form. It just swaps its offensive and defensive stats. Fortunately, that frozen status didn't last as long as I was hoping it would. I don't want to poison it, because it will inevitably go down if I do that. So I think at this point, I'm just going to try to do as much damage to it as I can. Again, this is going to be a little bit awkward to fight because of just how much damage it is capable of doing. A crit from this thing, as well as that ominous wind giving it all stats up, that can hurt. Vanished instantly. I think this turn, I'm going to switch out to Supernova. What is nice is that the move that it's doing right now, it reveals exactly what it's going to do next turn. Move Shadow Force is a Ghost-type move, basically an equivalent of Fly, but with much higher power. Now, what could I do here? Vanity is down, and I can't exactly use Ice Beam on it again. You guys don't really have any statuses that I'd want to inflict it with, so I think we're going to begin with throwing some Pokeballs here. This area is considered dark, so Dusk Balls are your friend. Timer Balls are great, of course, too, which is why I recommended them. And I do have a few oddballs right here that maybe if we're here for a while, I might give them a try, too, but I kind of don't want to go in with the mindset of trying to catch things in weird balls. I understand that it is funny when it does actually work, but if I'm always trying to make it happen, and that's all I ever do, it would get kind of boring. So instead, we're just going to try to make things happen the old-fashioned way, and if I feel like trying something different, maybe we'll give it a shot. Besides, it is better to use like a heal ball as padding for turns that'll make that timer ball all that much stronger whenever we resort to actually using it. Let's do this. Can't believe we got 3 shakes with that quick ball at the start of the fight. Would have been amazing if I got that. I have quick balled plenty of legendaries in my time though, so it does happen. Again, if you don't have faith in the quick ball, no, really give it a try against any legendary Pokemon that you will ever fight at any point in your life. Really, do it. No shakes at all that time. It's always kind of frustrating when it's just as weak as the other times in battle. You know, I just realized something. I know that Clefable loses its normal type for a fairy type in later games, but could you imagine if I could be both a normal type and a fairy type at the same time, just how ineffective this thing's moveset would be against me? It's actually kind of comical. I suppose another thing about Giratina that's worth bringing up is that if you're playing Diamond or Pearl, of course, as you would expect, you'd be fighting the version mascots of those versions instead of Giratina right now. You have it a lot easier if you're fighting Dialga or Palkia. They have catch rates of 30. Giratina has a catch rate of 3, making it on par with some of the toughest legendaries in the series, so this is definitely the hard mode. I'll say that much. On that note, if you're just trying to complete your Pokedex, all you have to do is really see Giratina here. We've actually already seen Dialga and Palkia as well. Just seeing them on the Spear Pillar when Cyrus summoned them counted as seeing them for our Pokedex, so it's all good there. If you are ill-equipped to fight Giratina, don't worry about it whatsoever. You can beat Giratina here today and get another chance at it at a later point. It's really weird, and I think this is the first time in the series that you've ever gotten a second chance on a legendary Pokemon, but it is the case. You can get another shot. Come on. Please don't. The fact that it has Ancient Power and Ominous Wind, that's kind of worrying. I've yet to try a timer ball. I don't want to do that. I suppose the subject of the Master Ball should definitely come up right now, just because it is something that you could do. I wouldn't recommend using your Master Ball here. I actually wouldn't. I think there are far better things that you can use your Master Ball on. Only if you're doing, say, like a challenge run, and you want to use it as an easy out so you don't have to fight Giratina and possibly lose Pokemon against it. That's probably the only thing that I would say it's really good for. Other than that, I think that about does it. You know what? Let's try a different ball. Let's try a Great Ball. See what that does for us. Come on. 1. I've probably had more instances in my life of Ultra Balls not working and then just trying a Great Ball at random and having that actually be effective. Supernova! You were hanging on really nicely. Where's those? I'll do Hyper Potion. I could actually use the additional health. For the difference in money that it costs between a Moo Moo Milk and a Hyper Potion, I know that I am basically spending, like, however many times more money for just 66 more HP of recovery, but against something like this that could easily crit me and knock me out, I think it is definitely worth it. Moo Moo Milks, I think, are better for in-between fight healing. Okay. So, let's go into our Pokeballs. Let's try... Oh, boy. Let's do the Ultra Ball. One. Nope. It has such an aggressive cry. Just every time it breaks out, it screams at you. I'm gonna give the timer ball another go. Nope, still not enough time has passed. Ooh, didn't think about that. Can I not throw a ball when it's vanished? Nope, can't. Supernova, I doubt you were complaining at all. Not only are you about to take 0 damage from its most powerful attack and just get to swagger around, but you are also going to get a nice, cold, refreshing glass of Moo Moo Milk this turn to restore your HP while I still can. Since this battle is clearly going to be waging on for quite a while, I see no reason to not just shut up and let you enjoy the awesome battle theme that is versus Giratina. Enjoy. Dusk Ball worked really well last time. Trying it again. Of course, it doesn't even shake at all. Got a good feeling about this one. Let's see if I'm right. I don't like you either. It's been a while. I've tried a few timer balls. I'm down to 20 Dusk Balls. Let's try it. Why not? Okay, Heal Ball. Let's see if you'll look fabulous in pink. 1, 2, 3! Down! What? I didn't think that would actually work. I was just doing it because, you know, the thing about Giratina is that it has Ancient Power, Ominous Wind, and Shadow Force. It has 3 of its 4 moves with only 5 PP. This is probably the most likely legendary Pokemon to have it run out of PP and struggle itself to death from having no PP for any of its moves. And I thought it was pretty much a lost cause at this point, so I did that, but... Well, Giratina, welcome to your new home. You existed in a world of darkness, banished for your violence, and now you have a frilly pink home and a heal ball. Man, and I called heal balls useless earlier in the series and said I might as well use them while I still can back when we were on Jubilife. Oh, how far we have come. We go into this cave, and we have some familiar music. And a familiar face. We want to save before going any further, I will just say that much. Azelf, the being of willpower, has earned its title. 125 attack, 125 special attack, complemented oh so nicely with 115 speed. It is a mixed sweeper in its purest form. What more could you ask for? I guess moves, but Azelf's got you covered there too. It's got Nasty Plot in its starting moveset, which is awesome. Has Swift in its starting moveset, which is alright, I suppose. It gets Explosion through level up at level 76, which might be out of the question for the time being for a lot of people that would want to use this. But it also gets tons of great moves on both the physical and special fronts through TMs. But that brings me to probably the only disappointing thing about Azelf whatsoever. No Psychic unless taught by TM. It is really disappointing that it doesn't have it by level up, but to be fair, if it had to be bad at anything, that's not very big compared to everything else. There had to be at least something that was kind of unfortunate. A personal favorite strategy of mine is just having Azelf tear through an enemy team pretty recklessly, and then if it hangs on with a little bit of health at the end of a turn, just dispose of it. Just have it use Explosion with that 125 attack and do massive damage as it goes down. It's actually really fun, and I like it a lot. Wasn't able to get the freeze with that newly taught Ice Punch there. The Quick Ball didn't work either, so I think now we're just gonna have to try snaring it the old-fashioned way. Would be nice to get something in a Quick Ball, but I don't think that day is today. It's luckily in a cave, so a Dusk Ball will always be usable to its highest potential, no matter what time of day that you are trying to catch it at. And of course, we are trying to catch this thing, because the legendary Pokemon, and it would be a sin if we didn't at least do our best to catch it. Besides, I've said beforehand, I will get more attempts. We will be catching this thing before the day is done. Besides, it's obviously not okay for Cyrus to take temporary custody of Azelf to take a jewel from it, but if I want to permanently catch it just to stuff it in a PC box to have as some sort of vain collection of mine, that's totally okay, yeah! Life has been so unfair to Cyrus, I can tell. I actually feel kind of bad for him as an antagonist now that I say that out loud. No! I think I've mentioned this before, but I have played so much of 4th generation that I can tell if a ball is going to work or not before it actually happens. There's a slight pause in the animation right before the ball breaks open. I remember always freaking people out whenever I'd watch them play. I would tell them, that ball's gonna catch, no, that ball's not gonna catch, like before it would actually happen. And I guess it's not really that hard to notice if you know to look for it, but just having played it so much and being able to casually tell the timing just from hearing the sound effect or something like that, yeah, it's a weird ability that I used to always freak people out with. Dust Noir, you are awesome having less than 100 HP and being a tank at the same time, because I can use my Moo Milk on you and not feel bad about being inefficient. It's every turn that I heal, that is another turn that timer ball is getting stronger. Let's see, you got, oh no, that's bad. That is very bad. That future sight is going to hurt like the dickens now. I don't have anything that resists Psychic, do I? No, I do not, because Scythe is part fighting type. Like, I had to look at my Pokemon again to remember all of their types offhand. I'm just a little bit nervous here, okay? Let's see. Azelf, you know? I can tell that a legendary, being such as yourself that created willpower and gave it to humans, you have a good fashion sense. Well, you were born to wear this Great Ball. Seriously, he does kind of look like a Great Ball. At least his head kind of does. Yeah, I kind of think he should wear it, just saying. I think it would actually look quite nice on him. But if you think otherwise, Azelf, it's okay. I will just as happily have you in an Ultra Ball. Let's do it. 1. Nope. Ooh, that's bad. If it uses Nasty Plot one more time, I am not going to be able to take just one of these hits. And I don't have Haze on my Crobat. That might have been kind of nice to have in this situation, but I don't. 1, 2, 3. No! Didn't matter how loud I shouted at it, it didn't work. There's that final nasty plot, so it's got +6 special attack now. This is not good. As long as it doesn't use Future Sight, I should be alright to keep Dust Noir in. And I gotta say, Dust Noir, for your debut battle being, quite frankly, being used as cannon fodder for this unstoppable force of death, you do a good job of it. Being immune to both Uproar and Swift has been very valuable to me in this fight. Gonna do one more Dusk Ball, see if that works, and maybe not, I'll switch it up. 1, 2, 3. I was hopeful that whispering would actually do it for me that time, even though it wasn't so much whispering as it was just being less loud than I usually am. Yeah, you keep trying to buff your stats. That ain't gonna work. As Elf, I can tell that you are a deity of sophisticated tastes, and you want to stand out from the crowd, right? Well, I got a nest ball with your name on it that no one else would be caught dead wearing, so how about you try that? No? Okay. I guess reverse psychology wasn't my strong suit. Ow! For as much as I talked up Giratina as being an offensive force of destruction, Azelf has got it beat. Incidentally, Azelf, only when combined with Yuxi and Mesprit, is able to match the power of either Dialga or Palkia, but not Giratina. Sure, those historians are about as accurate as those scientists back in 1998 in Kanto that said there were only 150 Pokemon. Okay, Azelf is pretty low on PP right now. I've had Dust Noir out for most of the fight, and its pressure has been causing it to use 2 PP every turn. I think it might be kind of a lost cause at this point. It's been a while, so I'm gonna try one more Timer Ball. But I think at this point, I might just start chucking whatever I have at it. No, not even a shake from a Timer Ball. Like, seriously, not even, like, that's frustrating. It has easily been more than 20 turns at this point, and yet, this doesn't even shake at all. I've had better luck with just stuff that you're not even supposed to use, so I figure at this point, why not? It's probably almost out of moves as it is. It's only doing Nasty Plot every turn, probably because it's what has the most PP in its moveset. Speaking from memory, though, so I don't really know. Let's have a Great Ball. Once again, pretty good ball to catch it in, not the best, but it looks like it was born to wear it, so let's try it. Azelf is just being a jerk. Does not want to even give me a single waggle. Well, out of context. Even in context, that's kind of bad. Nope, no Great Ball today. Nothing. Still have PP? Yes, you do. Dusk Ball, why not? Can't tell you how many of these I've tried. Or I definitely can. I've tried 13 exactly. Now 14. Timer Ball again, maybe? 1. You know, common logic would dictate that a Timer Ball would be useful at least some of the time after 20 turns. Just saying. One, 2, 3, yeah! Didn't have it run into PP, didn't have it struggle itself to death, we did it! When Azelf flew, people gained the determination to do things. It was the birth of willpower. So poetic. And Azelf, you have an awesome spray, you really do. And in it goes to the box. Here we are at Acuity Cavern. Once again, as always, you want to save. Yuxi, the Being of Knowledge, is meant to be a dual wall, having both respectable defense and special defense, though with not the greatest HP stat in the world. Unlike most walls, it has a respectable speed stat of 95, not something you really see that often in that combination. It is mainly about getting off various effects before the enemy can really do anything about them and using those in order to wall. It does get both Reflect and Light Screen through TM, and you can buy both of those in the Veilstone department store, making it a really good defensive Pokemon. Think of this as a Pokemon that redefines Psychic types. Even though bulky Psychic types are fairly common nowadays, this was back in Gen 4 when that sort of thing really was not common. It wouldn't be until Gen 5 I'd say that there were other Pokemon like Yuxi out there, and even then, they're not really known for their speed, I'll say that much. Quick Ball once again was not kind to me, so I guess we're just gonna start chucking the balls at it. You know, it would actually be nice if I weakened it first. I don't know why I thought I could throw this at full health. I was kind of hoping that that would work right there, because it got one shake. Keep doing your Future Sight, go right ahead. The sooner you run out of PP for that Future Sight, the better. If I could get off that freeze, though, it didn't happen against a Zelf. Wasn't really useful. Wow. You can really see just how night and day the defense of Yuxi and the defense of his Zelf are. Ooh, yawn. Ugh. Okay. Don't know their movesets off the top of my head, but we'll run with it. Come on. Critical hit. Okay. Probably gonna fall asleep right after this turn, but that's what my berry farming has been for. I've been training for this moment out on the farm. Couldn't get off that freeze. Okay. Let's use our farmer's instincts to know that we would have a situation just like the one presented before us. I don't know why I'm using so many weird accents lately. I don't mean to do that. It just sort of happens in speech whenever I'm talking about various subjects. Amnesia. Thank goodness, A, that is not Nasty Plot, and B, I am not a special attacker. Let's do yet another Ice Punch. Sure, just keep doing that. Burn your PP out of your good moves, please. There's that Ice Punch. Maybe it is good that I brought Vanity after all, because with it doing Amnesia that much, I might get more opportunities to use Ice Beam that, you know what? Yeah, let's switch out. It's got +6 special defense. I think the time is right. Just so long as I don't get a critical hit, I think it'll be fine. More opportunities to freeze is always good in my book, so let's do it. Is that Swift? Please, oh please, oh please do not get a critical hit, Vanity. Please. I will gladly take that little tiny amount of damage that you call an attack. Thank you. Man, compared to himself, this is actually not that bad. Maybe I should have started with this one. Good. It's one down. And there's two. I suppose also something that I didn't mention earlier is the fact that these guys, unlike most legendaries, don't have pressure. Disappeared deep into its cavern. Never to be seen again. Attempt number 2. May the Quick Ball serve me well. Nope. It may not. I have used 8 of my Ice Beams, and not a single one of them has frozen it. And yet I get a critical hit before that even happens, of course. 2 critical hits if you want to count the last battle. There we go! Red health and frozen. Could not ask for a better scenario. Let's do this the right way. Gonna go for Dusk Ball. That is my highest possible chance. Come on. 1, 2. No, and you're gonna defrost in only 1 turn like you always do? Okay, good, at least it didn't that time. I am tired of just stuff defrosting on the first turn of battle. I mean, that happened against Giratina, and would've been a lot easier to fight Giratina had that not happened. Not that I'm complaining about getting Giratina in a Heal Ball of all things, because I don't think that many people can say that they've had that happen to them, but still, it was really unfortunate. 1, 2, 2. All you're gonna give me. 1 for... each of your tails. I don't really know where I was going with that. I wish that I had something like... I don't think Heal Pulse exists at this point in the series. I could be wrong. I think that's a Gen 5 premiere of that move. Would be nice if I would be able to heal him and just get more chances of freezing him. That would actually be a really good strategy if I could do that. It is if Heal Pulse works on the enemy. I think it does. I swear I got it once and I was like, hey, what does this do? And I used it without checking the effect and I was very unpleasantly surprised. Okay. This is risky. But my farmer's instincts knew that we would run into a situation such as this. Because wherever it is it in H? Oh yeah, PP Restore. What am I thinking? It says PP Restore right on the tin, and I didn't even notice. I'm using that, getting my 10 PP for Ice Beam back because I think I can get off one more Ice Beam on it. And even if I don't freeze it, having it at near nothing for its health is better. Thank goodness. No, I need to heal. I need to heal. I can't risk this. I really just can't risk anything happening to Vanity right now. I suppose I do have my revives for a reason, but if I can get out of using a revive and then using a healing item by just using one healing item, I'll do that. Amnesia, okay. Ice Beam it is! Make it count, Vanity. Except, not really, because if you made it count, you'd get a critical hit, and that's not what I want. I said don't make it count! First turn, quick ball, take 3. Action! We'll get a clean take someday. Use Amnesia! Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh! Worked well the first time, let's try it again. I like how it made me yawn in real life. Are you ever going to use Amnesia? You couldn't get enough of it in our first 2 fights, but now you just don't want to use it at all. I have used almost all 10 of my Ultra Balls, plus had to heal a few times, no less. And it only just now used it for the 3rd time! Yuxi, just, do you enjoy taking more damage from my Ice Beam or something? I don't know. On the first Ice Beam, after it lowered its special defense, we got it. We got it frozen, we got it right where we want it. Dusk Ball. People have done the gag to death of how does it fail to catch it when it's frozen and can't even move, so I'm not even going to try. I've just kind of accepted it about my life that that's something that's going to be happening to me until I am an 80-year-old man. So let's see. Timer Ball. 1. No. Nope. Stay frozen for another turn, that'd be nice. Yes, okay, good. You are better at listening when you're encased in ice. That's not typically the norm, but I guess when you're a psychic type and you're aware of all these things around you, then maybe that's how it works. Timer Ball again. Nope. No. Still have a chance at this, okay. I haven't seen anything stay this frozen in a super long time. Stay this frozen, no. Stay frozen for this long. Stay this frozen. Yes, he is clearly colder than the other Pokemon that I have frozen, or maybe just more. Well, he is still moving around, actually. Never mind. Why am I getting into the logistics of this? I said that I wouldn't get into the logistics of being frozen in this series. Screw the plan. I am just going to take whatever I can get. Hey, another throwback to high school. I just love self-depreciating today, and no, didn't work. One. 2, 3. There it is! You almost depleted my entire supply of Dusk Balls, good sir. I hope you are proud of yourself. When Yuxi flew, people gained the ability to solve problems. It was the birth of knowledge. Once again, downright poetry. In the same place as it! Mesprit is level 50 when encountered, so what you want to do is have a Pokemon that is lower level than it, hopefully higher level than everything else that normally appears in the area, cast up a Repel, and run around. Mesprit, the being of emotion, is that one Pokemon that seems to be in every trio. The one that is not offensive, not defensive, but a hybrid of whatever the other two are. And it doesn't stand out as much as the other Lake Guardians because of this. It doesn't have horrible stats by any means, but Yuxi and his elf just perform better at one thing rather than just simply being okay at both things. It also doesn't help that by level up moves, very little of what it learns is all that good. It is going to be attacking with Swift, Future Sight, and Extra Sensory unless you use a TM. And if you want to have a powerful user of that Psychic TM, you might as well just use his elf. Mesprit, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't like you. I think you are an incredibly charming Pokemon, and you've had some sweet moments in the story up to this point. But you just don't stand out that much in battle. If you want something that Mesprit is definitely first place in my opinion, that portrait in its bio that we're seeing right now is definitely first place out of the three. Because, man, I laughed when I saw this picture for the first time. I like it a lot. So, yeah, Mesprit being a roaming legendary Pokemon. This is why I taught Acrobat Mean Look. Being the awesome speed demon that he is, he was able to outspeed Mesprit and lock it into battle with Mean Look. If Mesprit knocks out Acrobat, however, it will be able to run away once more, so make sure that whoever is using Mean Look is well healed up if you have any Pokemon that can do that. All around a very good move to have, if only for the time being. I'm certainly hoping that it doesn't do more damage than I think it will, because if it knocks out Acrobat, then the Mean Look is now null and void. What's nice, though, is that even though you would expect it to have some kind of Psychic-type attacking move, it doesn't. It has Future Sight in its moveset, yeah, but even though Future Sight is Psychic-type, the damage that is actually done from it is typeless for whatever reason, so no weakness in Acrobat, no same-type attack bonus, nothing. I can just take the hits like a champ. Also, you might have noticed that it has Lucky Chant in its moveset. As long as it's doing that, you don't have to worry about random criticaling it. Yeah, I really could have used that against Yuxi. Or I really could have used that with Yuxi using it on... I'm not really sure how it works. But the point is, that's one way that Mesprit wins, is in knowing Lucky Chant where Yuxi and his elf did not, especially Yuxi. Some people might be wondering if they think legendary Pokemon that roam are so annoying, why don't I just use my Master Ball on it? The main reason being is that Platinum is rich with roaming legendaries. We have not seen even the half of them in fighting Mesprit right now. There's a lot more ahead of us, and my general rule of thumb is use the Master Ball on the final roaming legendary that you haven't caught so that the last one is easy and you do the least amount of work you can possibly get away with in trying to catch these Pokemon, because they are very time consuming. Besides, Acrobat has proven itself surprisingly bulky against it. Seriously, that just seems to be the running trend that every attack that I think Acrobat can't survive, it does. I know that Mesprit's special attack stat isn't really all that special, but isn't all that special? There I go with subconsciously making puns again. But I thought Future Sight would do a lot more damage than it actually did. So I can just keep Acrobat alive. I keep stalling out. Wondering where all these balls came from. Snow Point City Pokemon Mart is your friend. They have basically everything that I recommend. And yeah, I think at this point we're just gonna try snaring it with a bunch of different balls. That's really all I had to say about it, and it still hasn't been caught. Big surprise. Here we go. Random thought that has me a little bit curious. And this would be good to know, so I'll put text on screen right now with the answer to this because I'm sure I'm not the only person who has thought of this. If I begin a battle with a wild Pokemon outdoors when it's light out, but during the battle, the in-game clock transitions to a late enough time where it's considered nighttime, does the Dusk Ball work to its fullest effect even though the battle background won't change mid-battle? I don't know. And because I don't know, I'm not wanting to resort to using my Dusk Balls right away, because, quite frankly, I could be might as well using Pokeballs, for all I know. Oh, what? Ah! Thought I had it there for a moment. That is the best I have done so far. Wait. Oh my god. I didn't realize it. Mesprit really is charming. Yes! Oh, Mesprit. I didn't realize you had that in your starting moveset, even though you used it before now. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. You really are charming. Mesprit, okay, it's official. More than ever before, you need to be made part of my collection of Pokemon. Now that I know that you are playing off of my words to make your own bad puns without being able to speak human language, you are genius. Just for that, let's try it. Let's try a Dusk Ball. Do it. 1. Wasn't meant to be. Oh, and I probably better give this some verbal acknowledgments. Similar to Uxie and Azelf, you do need to go to Verity Cavern to register Mesprit as seen in your Pokedex. If you're going for completion, what Rowan said was true. All you have to do is talk to it in Verity Cavern. You never even have to battle it. You just have to talk to it once, and it is registered. Even though we've seen it in cutscenes before, and that didn't count for some reason, even though it did for Dialga and Palkia. Now, onto the, how you say, ball chucking. It really is playing games with me, guys. I have used up dang near every Ultra Ball I've got. Not a single one of them has ever gotten past 2 shakes. It likes giving me just enough shakes to make me think that I have hope in catching it so that I will keep trying. See, look at that. It gave me 2 as soon as I said that, which is the most that I've done up to this point, like I said. Well, tied for the most, but still. Only 4 left. One. No. 1. This is my last Ultra Ball. How well will you perform? High performance Pokeball, my hind end. So my situation right now is that I've used more than 30 Ultra Balls, and I've had to heal, so it's probably been about 40 or so turns at this point. For all I know at the time of recording this, my Dusk Balls might as well be Pokeballs. I'm thinking our best bet is the Timer Ball. But if this doesn't work, I think I might try some oddballs. Let's see. Didn't even shake. Couldn't even give me that much. Continuing to use your Future Sight, very slowly chipping away at my HP. It's kind of comedic that I'm using my Acrobat to tank something that's not a fighting type. Did not mean to select my attacks there. That could have been really bad because I have not saved since I have begun this recording. Yeah, let's try it. Pokeball, why not? I'm probably not gonna use these things for dang near anything else in the rest of my journey. I think I only have these because that news reporter in Salacia Town. Oh man, my heart skipped a beat right there when it shook twice. Well, my only Pokeball that I've used has been equal in effectiveness to the best of those 33 Ultra Balls I chucked at it. Nest Ball? Why not? Might as well pad out the number of turns, even though I think after a certain point the Timer Ball stops being useful. I don't remember exactly how it works because it's different from generation to generation. No! Man, okay. The oddballs are working out for me. They are working out. I'll try them. You know what? If they're working for me, that it did work better than any Ultra Ball I ever checked, and I know how the chances work. I know that there's not any sort of button combination that you press, and contrary to urban myths, yelling stuff into the microphone doesn't increase your chances of catching Pokemon or anything like that, even though I always get people telling me, no, Chugga, you need to press B, or hold A and B, or shout gotcha into the microphone, or hold your DS upside down, or perform the high wire act juggling hammers while throwing the Pokeball. Like, I've heard so many myths at this point that it wouldn't even surprise me if all of those are real. We'll try the Nut Ball. Yeah, might as well. First one gave me 2 shakes. Second one gave me 3 shakes. Logically, that means this one should break immediately. Okay, yeah. Screw you too, Mesprit. Love you. Really do. Really feeling that love. After you have guarded me my entire life, I am but your plaything now that I am grown. Timer ball again. We've padded out the number of turns, even though it probably doesn't make a difference at this point. Let's try it. 1, 2. No. Okay, well, the nest ball has been my record. Yeah. You're so charming. You're so cute. Pokeball. Let's do it. 1. No. If this doesn't work out, it's okay. I can encounter it again, it'll be nighttime then, and I have tons of Dusk Balls that I haven't used up to this point. Maybe I should use one just for good measure, because for all I know, maybe this is working right now, and maybe it will catch it, but at the same time, if I'm using Pokeballs and whatnot, if it might as well be a Pokeball, it can't hurt to at least try at this point. We'll do that. I think I'll try one more Timer Ball just before calling it. I don't mean to say call it quits, but I kind of am at this point if I'm just kind of doing whatever. Yeah, no. Why does this Timer Ball not work? And I'm pretty sure that in the next encounter, the Timer Ball gets reset. So I'm not wanting to just have tons of unused Timer Balls after I've made a battle last this long. 1. No. Because getting back up to this number of turns to make the Timer Balls as effective as they can be, it just sounds miserable, so come on, Mesprit. I got 3 left. You can surely be nice to me for all I have done up to this point. I have helped you save this entire universe from collapsing in on itself. Not just from Cyrus wanting to recreate it, but also from Giratina running out of control and joining our world. So come on, humor me. Get in the ball. I guess Mesprit's got high standards. I gotta save the universe at least twice before it'll see me as worthy. 1, 2. Man. I am fresh out of Timer Balls. Let's go for broke. Net ball it is. Nope. Can a quick ball on the 60th turn possibly do it for us where everything else failed? No. Can an ambiguous Dusk Ball save the day? No. Nest Ball it is. Can the Nest Ball get even 1 shake out of it? Not even. I think I'm gonna run from this fight. I don't have any other options right now. I don't know if that Dusk Ball would work. I would rather just not have to deal with it. I'm gonna voluntarily run. We meet again in exactly the same route. And I think possibly even on the same tile. Still shows up as evening in the battle? Okay. I have an idea. Hear me out on this. I feel like I got no other options left. The Quick Ball's maximum catch rate if used on turn number 1 is 4. The Timer Ball's catch rate if used after turn 30 is also 4. So this is basically another Timer Ball. 1, 2, 3! Yeah! Okay, I made the right choice! After squandering about $120,000 worth of different balls, Mesprit is mine. When Mesprit flew, people learned the joy and sadness of living. It was the birth of emotions. No disgust, fear, or anger, though. They're saving that for the 7th generation. I guess that all but confirms that, yeah, weakening it and then using a quick ball in a future encounter does work quite well. Maybe I should go to... Oh, wait, no! There, it's right here. Oh, God, oh, crud, I didn't reteach Acrobat main look. Do I... You know what? We will fight it. We'll see what we get. Acrobat's over level 50. I think they're level 50, so we'll just have to try it the old-fashioned way. Actually, no, wait. They are level 60. We can still do the trick of using max repels. Doesn't change the fact they're going to run away as soon as we find them, though. Dramatic tension, which is our first encounter. Zapdos! This is one Pokemon I think is good in every single Pokemon game to ever come out. I have never met a person who didn't have good things to say about Zapdos. Electric Flying is a great type that's hard to deal with. Both halves complement the other remarkably well. It's lightning fast, teehee, and it's good at both types of damage. The only really bad thing is that most Zapdos are the same, and there isn't a lot of room for experimentation if you wanted to do something unique. All Zapdos are gonna have Thunderbolt and Drill Peck, but really, is that such a bad thing? Okay, maybe a little, because it starts with neither in this game, and Thunderbolt is locked behind using a TM on it, but even then, it's still worth your time and has remained one of the best Pokemon out there for 2 decades. There's a reason why it still pops up in tournaments. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go teach Mean Look. You can go fight and then just not do it. Speaking of which, we're fighting one right now. Is this gonna be Zapdos again? No! Articuno! Time has not been kind to Articuno. In days of old, when Blizzard was 90% accurate, the special stat was 1, and rock-type moves weren't all that common, Articuno was a very feared beast. Now, strangely, it's a special tank with an unfortunate quad weakness to rock in an age where rock-type moves are very commonly seen, and Stealth Rock reigns supreme. Things aren't all bad, though, because it starts with Ice Beam, which is about the best thing you'd ever want from an Ice type, and while it doesn't do nearly as much damage as it once did, it's not horrible. In this fight, I think I'm just gonna go for Wing Attack again, and 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 again, until it's down. Luckily for me, PP restores on roaming legendary Pokemon if they run away, so if we're here for a while again... Oh, no! Forgot about that, it has a Roost. Ugh. Okay, while we're fighting this, if you are wondering, you really can't tell which Pokemon you're going to run into before you do. Even if you wanted to go check the Pokedex and check the location, it doesn't work in 4th generation anymore. They count on you using the Marking Map app, so you can't check to see the location of individual roamers by doing that. Thank you, Acrobat. Thank you so much. I kind of wish... Stop doing Roost! Seriously! And it's fully healed, yep, even though it was yellow, it was just enough to get its HP bar maxed out again. Ugh. Can we have one turn without... Well, I did ask if we could have one turn without you doing Roost. I was just kind of hoping it wouldn't be your Ice Beam, even though I knew you had it, and I just said it out loud a few seconds ago. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh boy. Doesn't matter what I send out because it's gonna run next turn. Might as well go for it. I guess Ultra Ball's my best bet. One, 2, 3! No! I thought we did it! Okay, that would have been amazing if that worked! Wow, found Moltres as my very next encounter after fighting that Articuno. Guess there's no better time than to go over the final one. Moltres is a surprisingly solid special attacker, and it can be a nice late addition to a team in need of a fire type. Especially since, even with the better Platinum Sinnoh, fire-type options have still been pretty limited. It can get Flamethrower right away through a Heart Scale, and it starts with Air Slash. The most negative thing that I can point out is its quad weakness to Rock, just like Articuno, but even then, it comes with some helpful resistances, and the Flying complements Fire decently well. You're pretty likely to not have a Fire-type on your team, and if you've been really hurting for one, you could do worse than Moltres. Though it's not in the same league as Zapdos, not even close. I still stand by Zapdos being easily the best of the 3, but Moltres in this particular game, it's not bad either. And besides, I can also give it the compliment of it doesn't have its Heart Gold and Soul Silver sprite in Platinum. Ugh, that thing is horrendous. Let's do another Wing Attack. Moltres, I like you. You hit me with normally effective moves, and you're not going for the throat with that Roost. Didn't matter in the end, I went down. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. They hit a lot harder than I thought they would. I knew that I was gonna have a type disadvantage, but still. Supernova! With your newfound finger-waggling good luck, how about we throw an Ultra Ball with you on the field and see how it does? Not even a wiggle. Or waggle. If I can make another suggestion for these guys, you might want to fight them during nighttime. I thought I would just have this video at least start out in the daytime for sake of some time variety, But if things get a little bit hard, if things, what do I mean if things get a little bit harder? If things go on for too long, I probably will just wait out the night to come so that I can use my dusk balls on these guys. Let's do another wing attack. Ooh, okay. Again, maybe I should save before these just in case I get a critical hit, because that would really stink. Speaking of really stinks, let's heal up. Good, good. That's what I like to see. Using moves that don't hurt me in any way and protect you from things I wasn't going to do in the first place. Ultra Ball, go! One. Ah, nothing quite beats the triple waggle of Articuno. Dive Ball, because everything else might as well be a Pokeball, and I don't want to use my Master Ball in anything yet, so there you go. Dive Ball, enjoy your new water-filled home. Or don't. Daytime Dusk Ball, maybe? Nobody will ever believe the story unless they watch this video, but hey, maybe I can point to it for evidence. Oh, 2 shakes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go buy some more balls. I'll be right back. There was no way I'd be able to catch them all with just this many Dusk Balls and not much else. Since we have one more turn and I threw a Daytime Dusk Ball, we'll throw a 5th turn Quick Ball for posterity. Let it be known, Dusk Balls are handled better than Quick Balls by an idiot. Moltres, you are just all over me today. Not that I mind. Other than the fact that you being all over me would mean that I'm on fire. Took a critical flamethrower to the face, but that's okay. Got it about as weak as I could ever want it. Doesn't matter who I send out, let's just try a Pokeball and hope that we get lucky. I am armed to the brim with balls. And I am not afraid to admit it. What would be best in this situation? Probably Ultra Ball, actually. Yeah, Timer Ball is not going to be more helpful than an Ultra Ball after only a few turns. Let's do it! Anticlimactic! I'm giving you the stink eye, Articuno. Oh, God, it's got Reflect, too. Maybe I should have held on to Air Slash for this fight. I was thinking, no, it'll be fine. I don't need it. It's not going to do that much damage, and I'm probably not going to get the flinch that much with that Serene Grace. And then that happens, too. This thing is scientifically designed to take apart my Acrobat. Holy crap. But I'm not worried. You know why? Articuno, you got good fashion sense. And this matches you pretty well. It's blue, and it's got 2 red spaces for your 2 red eyes. I believe all it takes is 1 Great Ball because you are just that stylish and that fashionable of a deity. No? Okay, that's good too. Moltres, you've got to be the Mesprit of this tree. Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, I only get 1 shot. Might as well make it a Quick Ball. Will these things ever work like they're supposed to? Oh, crud. Actually, no, I should not have done that. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. Please do not, please. Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. For a moment there, I got scared that I poisoned it. That would have been bad, because if it was low on health, it's not able to attack on the first turn, and it would take damage from the poison. That would be not something that I would want to have to deal with. Probably would have reset if that were the case. I'm gonna be chipping away at this thing for a while. This might be something that I might need to use a Timer Ball on, but luckily, I know for a fact that you don't have Thunderbolts. I know that you have Discharge, but I doubt that'll be a 1-hit KO. I said I doubt that'll be a 1-hit KO. Man, I am screwed against these things. No, 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 no! No, I did not mean to hit. You're in the red, first turn. I'm not gonna get to do Mean Look if I do this, but it worked pretty well against Mesprit. As I was saying, it's the first turn, you're in red health. I'm okay with not doing Mean Look against you if it means that I get to catch you with a Quick Ball. I need to never do sales pitches for a living. I am officially hereby instating a strictly quick ball policy against Articuno. The wording might be awkward, just like my word choice always is, but the thought process, I'm pretty sure, is not. Hopefully. It is that Articuno one-shots me with Ice Beam. We know that for a fact. It has Roost, and that makes getting it down to red health incredibly awkward to deal with. It also has Reflect, which makes doing any damage to it at all even slower than it would already be with having to do with Reflect and it not taking much damage from my attacks in the first place. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1. Hey. It's my last quick ball. I believe in you. In other words, you better catch it. If not, then I don't believe in you, I guess. I hadn't really thought out what would happen if I failed. I was just that determined. Hey look, it's the second coming of Zapdos! Or I guess third coming, actually. Never mind, it doesn't work that way. You I have not weakened yet. We should probably do that-ish. I suppose while we're fighting this, since we are going to be chipping it down for a little while, and we're finally doing some fighting in however long, I can mention that the legendary bird's migrating here from Kanto. It is theorized that because of this, these games take place at the same time as Gold and Silver. You can always point to the remix Heart Gold, Soul Silver coming out in the same generation as evidence of this, but keep in mind that that wasn't confirmed at the time of Platinum's release. People thought that it was the explanation for them not being in Johto during the original Gold and Silver, that they had migrated to Sinnoh after Red had disturbed their nest. Just kind of a little bit of a theory that you saw floating around a little bit during the release of Platinum when people were trying to place this game in a timeline. You suck, good sir, and I barely got to weaken you at all. So I guess I'm getting my wish and getting to try something different. Ultra Ball, do it! I gave in and decided to try an entirely new approach. Yeah, I waited all the way until nighttime, and here we are. Gonna use Mean Look on you, and we're just gonna throw many Dusk Balls, not trying to make the quick ball strategy work. It did work for me with Mesprit, it really did, it is a good strategy, but maybe I'd be better off doing it this way just so I get multiple attempts per encounter. Maybe it'll make things go a little bit quicker, and maybe I won't lose my mind quite as much as I already have. Even though that makes no sense, I really have just lost my mind. You broke out of that just fine. You shook twice, though. That's not so bad. Should get a little more than half my health. Good. As long as you don't do Flamethrower. Even if you do, I still got to throw 2 balls at you with a ×4 catch rate in 1 encounter. That's better than I usually do. So already, big improvement. If that's what you want to call it. I like to think on the positive side. Safeguard, even better. I guess while we're fighting this Moltres as well, another tip that I can give for you is that if you want to keep them from running away through other means, they are immune to Arena Trap because they're flying type, but you can use Shadow Tag on them. The only Pokemon in Platinum that have Shadow— No! I didn't even know you had Roost! You've gone how many fights without using that? You're just now busting it out? Oh my— Here I thought Moltres was gonna be the easy one, but no. Anyway, Wobbuffet and Wynaut are the only Pokemon in Platinum that have Shadow Tag for their ability. You can find them at Lake Valor with the Poke Radar. It's part of the reason why I wanted the radar to be one of the first things we went over in the after game, because that is a helpful tip. I'm gonna heal up. And I'm not quite so sure that I want to use another attack on it. It's decently weakened, but a critical hit would spell the end for it, so maybe I'll play it safe and try another Dusk Ball. Flamethrower! Whoopee! I'm gonna have to heal yet again! I'm actually a little bit worried. We have not even caught one of these. I have been recording for 1 hour and 20 minutes now, and I'm almost flat broke. I have spent dang near all of my money on different balls. I got to the point where if I don't catch these and I start getting low on items, I'm just going to reset so that I don't have to buy all the items again to get another shot. Also, thank you, Moltres. That resolved my whole qualm of do I go for the attack because critical hits. I guess while we're fighting it, I guess while we're here, another thing, I didn't know this. You guys brought this to my attention. I never knew that Platinum was the first game in which if you knocked out a legendary Pokemon, it would come back after you defeated the Elite Four and the champion again. I knew that it was like that for Giratina, and I pointed that out in the video in which we fought Giratina, but I didn't know that it was true for anyone else. Honestly, I've always just saved before legendary Pokemon, caught them on the first try, and I never keep a run where I knock them out, so because of that, I was simply unaware of it. But yeah, you can do that. If you knock them out and you haven't saved in a while, you can always just come back here after you've defeated the Elite Four again. You can lose some health, please. Just gonna smack you with my lame not on fire wings while you flaunt your awesome on fire wings. I guess that makes them hot wings. I have to brighten the mood somehow to keep myself going. Timer Ball's not gonna be helpful. Dusk Ball it is. Let's do number 4. Wish I had some way of paralyzing these guys that was reliable, but I don't really on my team, and I wouldn't want to catch and raise a Pokemon specifically for that purpose. I'll be fine. Hopefully. Times are tough. I've all but given up on this run. Let's throw a Pokeball and see where it gets us. I got 5 of these things. It's not gonna hurt me all that bad if it fails 1. Ah, no. If we were at least 2, I probably would have gotten really excited, though. But no, I can't get excited over just 1. My standards are higher than that. I have seen Pokeballs perform a lot nicer than just 1 measly shake on a legendary Pokemon. Huh, it's at full health, roughly. Do I want to go for that? Let's do it. I think it's a 1.4% chance of working, but we'll try. Nah. Nope. Sweet ride! First time we're seeing you on the battlefield. How about we see if you are good luck, or at least luckier than Acrobat was? Let's go all in. Dusk Ball. I will give you the best fighting chance you have to have a lucky curvy neck. You're kind of shaped like a 7. Nah, it didn't work. Goodbye. Moltres, old buddy, old pal. We gotta stop running into each other like this. No, really, we do. We have to stop running into each other with Supernova in the lead. Crap. One shot is all I need. To fail horribly. One, two. 1, 0. Even better, because you wasted less of my time and gave me less hope thinking that I would catch you. You're sure taking a long time to use that Ice Beam and utterly annihilate me, Birdie. Oh. Jinxed it, jinxed it, jinxed it. Especially applicable because it was Ice type. Oh! How did I live that? Really, how did I live that? How did I live that right now? And with 15 health? Was it just a damage range all along and I was getting unlucky with it? Come on. Nope. Here we go! Articuno, back for another round! Nice to see that you're back in red health! Thanks to that reset. Yeah, exert your pressure, make me use up 2 mean looks instead of 1. Not like I was going to attack you all that much in the anyway. Alright. You don't get to do anything this turn because he tried to run away and failed. Dusk Ball it is! As much as that Great Ball would go nicely with your eyes, and I think you should get yourself into one of those today, I want to go with the odds and get 1 shake. Are you out of flamethrowers yet? Are you out of flamethrowers yet? I am... Okay, let me show you this. It's still using flamethrower on me. I am down to 1 PP of wing attack. Oh! This recording has just passed the 2-hour mark, and I have yet to catch even one of these birds. I deserved that Pokeball catching it. I don't care what anyone says, I deserve that. Starting to think he might be out of roosts. It's been a while since I've seen him do it. He also hasn't done Flamethrower in a while. He might be running low on PP. Gonna try the Ultra Ball, because once again, it just feels good to try something different after the things you've been trying haven't been working. 3! Ah! No! That is the first triple shake to happen all night! Okay. Ultra Ball gave me 3 shakes. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, Moltres! Oh! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, just give me this, Moltres. Have I not proven myself worthy of possessing you? You need to not be so high and mighty, Moltres. Listen, I need to give you a serious talk. Just because you are on fire does not mean you are better than everyone else. You're actually better than everyone else because you can fly, but that's besides the point. Just get in the Ultra Ball. You might be better than everyone else here, but you're not better than your brothers or better than Acrobat, because they can fly too, you know. What? Oh, God. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna be resetting here in a minute if this doesn't work out. Here's my last-ditch effort. I think a Timer Ball is about my best shot. Let's try it. Here we go. Last try. Didn't even shake. Had no PP for any moves, was in red health. Presumably, I had the Timer Balls maxed out, and nothing. Acrobat. Acrobat. You did not want to give in, did you? Man, just all the things you survived for. You did not give in. Vanity might have shown at the Elite Four, but Acrobat is shining right here today. Man, Acrobat, you deserve some props. You do. After this, I'm buying you some... Actually, I don't know what I could buy you. You kind of drank in all the Moo Moo milk in the inventory. I don't know what could be better. We'll think of something. Who's our next customer of the day? Oh, look, it's Moltres. Not like there's any surprise. You just love tormenting me and seeing me grow gradually more and more unstable with every reset. Well, I'm still giving you the stink eye, so you aren't getting away from me here today. Let's try again. 1. Help me! Are you kidding me right now? They're on 2 sides of me while I'm in the city, and as soon as I move... Yep, not anymore. Or then. Come on, guys, that's just cruel. It'd be nice to see Zapdos again. That's cool too, though. 1, 2. Apparently, counting to 1 with Chugga finally got renewed for a 2nd season, and it's now counting to 2 with Chugga. 1! Or we had a budget cut and it went back to what it was in Season 1. Oh well. Crud. I've been here trying to catch these things for so long that it's daytime again! Full disclosure, I did take a break midway through, but it wasn't for that long. You know something is dreadfully wrong with this mechanic when it takes this long just to catch one of them. One, 2. Keep getting close on Moltres. I keep getting close. I feel it. Moltres will be the first one that I catch. I know it will happen. It's the only one that I get anywhere remotely close on. But I just can't get that little extra bit that I need to have it click in. Bodhi, let's try your luck. Come on, you haven't been out yet. You You've had no business fighting these Pokemon with what their types are, but we'll give you a go. It's gonna run away anyway, so I see no reason to not put you out there despite your type disadvantage. Go! 1! Bye-bye, Moltres, along with my hopes and dreams. It is once again nighttime! If you want to believe that I was completely legit about this and never ever changed the clock, you can, but I didn't. Yeah, I was not legit about this. The game penalizes you for changing the clock on a lot of things, and I don't dare change it for those things, but this is one of those that it'll let you slide on, and I've been here for so long trying to make this happen. I was not gonna wait until tomorrow night before I can try again. I am stubborn, I am in it for the long haul, damn it. I am not going to let the sun rising make me quit on this. Let's go. Or don't, that's okay too. I've been putting up with it for the past however long. Why is it always Articuno that roosts? It's always Articuno, every time. Never any different. Moltres almost never uses Roost. Heck, you remember earlier, I didn't even know it had Roost until the 12th or so time we fought it. Not Articuno, though. No, it spams that darn thing every freaking turn. No, I don't want to weaken it again. I'd rather try my luck just chucking balls at it at full health. It'd make for a fun story if it actually worked. And besides, if I don't catch it, I'm just going to reset, quite honestly. Great Ball it is! That's it, all bets are off. If I'm resetting, I might as well be getting the bonus from these stat bonuses whenever you friggin' use Roost. I didn't even know a poison does increase my chances of catching a Pokemon. I can't say I've ever on purpose poisoned something that I wanted to catch, because it's a very obvious danger that you might have it get knocked out before you get a chance. But I'm gonna do it. If it can increase my chance even a little bit, it's worth it. As far as I'm concerned, 3! Oh! No! Would have been so cool if I said that and it was the poison status that made it doable. Just with how my praise of poison types have always been, and how I'm always like, yeah, poison types are great defensively, and I love having them around because they resist so many common types and so many common moves and so many good moves. It'd be so cool if it were the poison that would be the key to my victory here. Not even a shake that time. Okay, not that it's that unexpected. You are at near full health. Thank you for doing Reflect and not doing the one-hit kill Ice Beam that I'm so afraid of you busting out again, because I know that you will. I'm not trusting you. I know that it's been a damage range the past few times, but that doesn't mean that you can't one-shot me with it and that you haven't before. 2, 3, yes! Oh, what was I saying earlier about Moltres being the first one? Okay, we have a strategy, Also, my all quick balls policy against Articuno. Yeah, screw those. Never mind. Legendary bird Pokemon. It can create blizzards by freezing moisture in the air. Okay. This victory is short-lived, because I'm only a third of the way there. Above all else, let's make sure that we save. Let's make sure that we save. You never know what'll happen. You never know when the game will crash, or when there'll be some kind of power failure, or just in general something really stupid happening. Let's save. I do not want a soft reset because I knock something out and lose that Articuno capture. I have been here much too long to not have that much at least. Speaking of being here much too long, the saving is much too long. This is what I put up with between recordings every single time, guys. Okay, good, it's done. You come up. Thank you. Perhaps this is my lucky battleground. We'll think of it like that. Who's next? Zapdos! Hey, Zapdos, old buddy, old pal. I haven't seen you since the great legendary bird migration of 2016. Yeah, let's mean look you. Give you that mean look right in the eye, and maybe now we can finally do some damage to you. Perhaps it's for the best that I haven't been fighting Zapdos. It does feel like the most difficult, and perhaps it will be the final one that I take down if I ever get out of here. I'm starting to have my doubts, honestly. We We just passed the 3-hour mark. That should give you an idea of how much time it's taking to accomplish anything here today. And I am aware that there are other strategies I could be doing that I'm not, but I think I've gone over them as well as I can. And I do personally think that Acrobat is my best bet of anything that I could do that wouldn't take a long time to train up. I know that I could go in with, say, 6 Wobbuffets, but that would not only take a long time to catch because they're Poke Radar exclusive, but it's also just kind of a strategy I don't think would really be all that good considering that they have Roost and Wobbuffet can't directly attack, it can only counter or use Mirror Coat. I don't want to do too much damage to these guys. If Wobbuffet manages to survive an attack from something double its level, I'm probably going to knock it out if I can even counter it at all. So I think my logic here is pretty sound in using Acrobat's Mean Look, even if it does have a type disadvantage against them all. Not that they're attacking at all, mind you, they seem to be toying with me, if anything. I'm amazed you haven't gotten poisoned by this point. Poison point. You might be a lover of puns. You might be a lover of puns. You might be a lover of puns! No! Would have been so classy if I caught it while making a bad pun. At least as classy as I can be, which isn't very classy at all. That's all I got, damn it. I just realized, in universe, this would be the equivalent of me finding out that some Japanese god of lightning ended up being real, and I'm spouting all of this nonsense in its presence while it's standing there judging me. Perhaps that's why I'm having a hard time catching them. One, two. Almost had it, wasn't meant to be. In the Pokemon anime, they always say that when a legendary Pokemon appears before you, it's testing you and seeing if you are deemed worthy of all kinds of things. And, oh, they're testing me all right. They're testing my patience is what they're doing. Holy Moltres, Batman! I don't know. I'm running out of ways to say I ran into one of these damn birds. Man, you get those kids that say that Pokemon isn't mature or realistic enough. I'd have to disagree. I would say that this is a very realistic simulation of how frustrating it would be to cram one of these things into something the size of a baseball in real life. Finally inflicted something with poison for the first time since, well, Articuno. Let's hope that's a good sign of things. I gotta keep my spirits up. Okay, gotta just keep giving myself these pep talks, gotta keep going, gotta press on and on and on and on and on. Dusk Ball! 1. I need to stop counting the ones out loud. They're not exciting anymore. I'm sorry, my standards have been set too high. Zapdos, you gotta give me at least 2s if you want verbal recognition from here on out, okay? That should be your motivation. Give an Ultra Ball a go. 2. Hey, he understood the terms and conditions of my yelling. I know the Ultra Ball's got a lower success rate than the Dusk Ball in this situation, but it feels good to try what works, okay? It just does. 1. Oh crud, I broke the code and he broke out. No. Hey, Zapdos, buddy, look over here. You see what I got? You see what I got right here? Yeah. I got a nice juicy Milotic here for you to fry to a crisp with your discharge. Come on, I know you want to. I know you got the type advantage. Very tempting. Almost makes you not want to run away after this Dusk Ball fails, doesn't it? Ah! Hey guys, why is Moltres' skin so smooth and shiny? Because it molted! Please let me catch you and put me out of my misery! If I were to blow on you right now, you would faint. Let's do it. One, 2. Hey, would have been cool. 1, 2, 3. swear that wheezing wasn't on purpose. I actually did kind of lose control of the air in my throat. Oh, come on! Oh! Oh my gosh. Bodhi, I choose you! Ultras, you wanna crispify this luscious grass-type Pokemon that is just asking for it, that's standing right before you? Or perhaps maybe rip him apart with your Air Slash. Either would do about the same amount of damage, I swear. Nope, not enough temptation. It's just gonna break free and then run away. Yeah, same to you, buddy. Oh no, the Pokemon broke free! What else is new? Would you just poison the stupid thing? Thank God it didn't burn me right when I said that, because that would have killed. And before anyone asks, yes, I am making sure to only use cross poison when it's not protected by safeguard. That is not the problem at all. I'm just having terrible luck with the chances on this. Normally, I would use Toxic to poison something that I explicitly want to poison, but eventually it would faint in only a few turns if I were to do that. Even if it continuously used Roost, eventually Toxic Poison, yes! Eventually, badly poisoned status will claim your entire life bar in only one turn, so that's why I'm not doing that. Otherwise, I would. 2, 3! Why is it so hard to catch these things? I have not had this much trouble with any legendary Pokemon in a very long time. And I'm having this much trouble with 3 individual legendary Pokemon. I think my Pokemon Crystal Let's Play was the last time that I had been actively hunting a legendary Pokemon for more than 4 hours. What is even going on with this game? Giratina was not this hard, Mesprit was not this hard, Uxie and Azelf were not this hard. I'm aware that only Mesprit was roaming out of all of them, but still, this should not have been as hard as it is. Ding! 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 Buddy! Buddy! Ding! 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 That was helpful. Two, 3, yeah! Oh my gosh! Okay. I will think of this as burning up all of my bad luck. It said that its appearance indicates the coming of spring. Certainly put a spring in my step, because I'm feeling a lot more enthused after that. Gave me one thing in however long it's been. Okay. And then there was only one. Let's do this. Let's save before we forget. There's only one bird left. I can't fight this thing very effectively. Quick ball in it. I think that's my best course of action. It's pretty weak. Gonna have a hard time getting it that weak again. Let's try it. 2, 3. When can I go to bed? One, 2, 3. Ah! Okay, you see how the time is evening. This was me giving up, going to bed, trying again another day. And I was joking earlier saying, just watch, hey, here's the plan. The first recording of the day, I will do this. Wow, I really should have stayed up that extra 5 minutes. Then again, I kept saying 5 more minutes about 25 times yesterday, so I guess it balances out. There we go. That is Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, just in time for it to be nighttime as well. The Pokemon flew off somewhere. There is something sparkling where the Pokemon once was. We obtained the Lunar Wing! You'd have to be downright lazy to not even bother looking down the one walkway on this entire island. Maybe I was just the one who was judged as worthy and all that crap. Look at it. It does have a regular battle theme. I was remembering it correctly. Cresselia. Light shines brightest in the dark. It is one of the best special tanks out there, and you need look no further than its stats and ability to see that. It gets Moonlight at level 57, so it can even heal itself without the need for items. It has the signature move Lunar Dance, enabling it to sacrifice itself to fully heal HP, status, and PP of the next Pokemon that is sent out. This isn't really anything special in single player because you can just use items, but in multiplayer, it can turn the tides! Because it's the moon? Yeah? Okay. If Cresselia is at the end of its rope, you can sack it and bring back a crippled sweeper that got paralyzed earlier in the match. You can heal a nearly depleted tank to get even more tankiness out of your team, or just something else on that level. The only negative aspects of Cresselia are that its level up moves kinda suck until it gets high up there in the levels in the 4th generation. The greatest example of this is that unless you use a TM, it doesn't learn Psychic until level 93. What? I don't get it either. But, I haven't done anything yet in this fight. That is because my general strategy is catch the first 4 roamers legit and use your Master Ball on the 5th. You should feel so lucky to have this used on you. Not that I think I'm going to need it later on. Now that the roamers are out of the way, nothing is going to seem that bad by comparison. We got Cresselia! The Master Ball actually matches it quite nicely, so maybe it was fate that this happened. On nights around the quarter moon, the aurora from its tail extends and undulates beautifully. Pretty sure you know something important is coming up. I suggest you save a lot of data. And that is all. In we go. If you have said goodbye to Looker, returned to the survival area, entered the battleground, and talked to Buck inside the battleground to cause him to leave for Battle Frontier, only then will you be greeted with this. Heatran is one of the kings. With its Fire Steel type, making it resist many helpful types, an ability that not only gives it full immunity to all fire type moves, but also makes it a great switch in if you can predict that sort of thing. Seriously, it's even triggered by things like Will-O-Wisp. Tanky stats and downright brutal damaging potential. Heatran still sees play to this day for a reason. Or 6. Its move pool isn't bad either. It has Lava Plume from the start, gets Iron Head at 65, Earth Power at 73, and Stone Edge at 88. It even has a signature move, Magma Storm, that is learned at level 96. It's 120 power, 70% accurate, and it will continue to do trap damage for 2 to 5 turns. All in all, a fantastic Pokemon. But in the vein of saying I don't like things lately, I do have a bone to pick with Heatran. It's not that he's a bad Pokemon at all. Heatran is a great Pokemon. I will never deny that. I know that he has extreme usability, and I know that he's still seen in tournaments to this day. And I know that he's one of the top players in tournament legal play. All that's fine and good. But man, if there was ever a Pokemon that was scientifically designed to utterly wreck my beloved Weezing, it's this guy. He's Steel type, so he's immune to poison. So using Toxic and Sludge Bomb is out. Let's see. Weezing commonly packs Flamethrower and Will-O-Wisp, either or really, and it activates Flash Fire if it's hit by either of those, or is just merely a switch-in, which can cripple you for the rest of the fight if it's able to pull such a thing off. Really, all you have to attack it with after that are Thunderbolt and Pain Split in Weezing's move pool out of the good stuff that it gets. It was just downright a sad day when, in 4th generation, I learned firsthand that Weezing was nowhere near as good as it once was because of this guy. Oh, it hurts so much. But seriously, he's a good Pokemon. Though, I will say, for how powerful he is, he can certainly work on his intimidation tactics a little bit. I don't exactly think Guo Bobobo is the best battle cry or the most intimidating one. Just saying. Also, you see that metal thing on top of its head? It's a toy airplane, and now you can never unsee it. Alright, alright. I might be a little bit biased because I love Weezing so much and you were such a good counter to him and all that stuff. So, yeah, let's just try catching this thing. That's really all I wanted to say about it. Idolin, now that I'm thinking more about it, maybe Idolin wasn't the best to bring along for this. That pressure might be a little bit scary. He is in a cave like most legendary Pokemon, so we can at least take solace in that our Dusk Balls are getting the maximum potential they can get against him. Other than that, one thing that's a little bit of a shame is that Heatran was lowered from level 70 to level 50 in Platinum from Diamond and Pearl. It's nowhere near as broken of a team option as it was in Diamond and Pearl, because, ooh, if you made coming here your top priority in the aftergame if you're playing Diamond and Pearl, nothing could stand in your way. A level 70 Heatran was just God, basically, for everything that you'd be fighting in single player. It was great. Haven't really been having many luck with the haven't been having many lucks. I haven't been having many of those now, have I? Got 1, 2, 3! Oh! Would have been so good if I reverse jinxed it. Okay. I've been having the worst luck in the world. That Dusk Ball really didn't work out all that well because I thought I really had it, but I didn't. So I'm gonna begrudgingly try this last Dusk Ball and hope that maybe I get a little bit... No, okay. Let's try mixing things up a little bit. I know that Dusk Balls are the best option, but I've tried a few of them and they don't work, and even though anything else I could try wouldn't be as good, it just makes me feel better, okay? I gotta try something different. It just makes me feel better. All right, here we go. Ultra Ball. 0. Whoopee. You know, Heatran, you match this repeat ball quite nicely. And I guess I might as well try it out. It'll raise the timer ball counter. Let's do it. Ah, no. It's kind of a shame that Pokeball animation looked pretty cool with it coming out. I'm sure there's some competitive Heatran out there that's got that really nice touch of having that Pokeball animation. All right, Idolin, you've gone down. Yeah, let's do that. Vanity. I'm kind of thinking something right here. You quad resist ice, and I don't get same type attack bonus from it. You probably can survive this just fine. And if I were to... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Fire types are not immune to freezing. I was about to say, oh, wait a minute, he's immune to it. No. It's if he had, I think it's Magma Armor is the ability that gives immunity to freezing that fire types have. So, yeah, him having Flame Body shouldn't do that. Flame Body just merely makes it so that he gets increased power on his fire type moves if he's hit by one, so yeah. Sorry, I get Flame Body and Magma Armor confused with each other from time to time. Basically just because the two abilities have the same out-of-battle effect. If you have Flame Body or Magma Armor in your party of Pokemon, eggs only take half as many steps to hatch as normal. So because of that, I do get the effects of those confused from time to time, but no, that's how it is. You unfortunately, I can't believe I'm saying unfortunately after that train wreck I had against those legendary birds, but for once it actually does feel kind of unfortunate that you don't have an HP recovery move, because if you did, I'd get more chances to freeze you. Little did I know that I'd be able to do damage quite that perfectly before I fought you. Okay. Nope. Dusk Ball again! I'm being smart today. 1, 2. A Luxury Ball kind of matches you if you were laying on your back and showing me your belly, so let's try that. Not a big fan of tummy rubs. Okay, I got your number. One, two. I guess it just wasn't the right time. Thanks for activating my Marvel scale, buddy. I appreciate that. Actually, they did quite a lot more damage than I thought it would. Never mind, I don't appreciate you anymore. Screw you, I'm throwing the best ball that I possibly can at you for that. One. Oh. It's on now. It's on. Okay. You've done a lot more than insult my beloved Weezing. You've now insulted my beloved Milotic. And for that, you are getting stuffed into a capsule. No, not just any capsule. The spirit of this volcano will fall to a Pokeball! Actually, that does match up pretty well as well. 1, 2, 3! Ah! I actually thought we had it! Oh! Oh, that would have been so cool! People would have told me I'm a liar and that I totally did that in post-commentary, but it still would have been cool! Oh, I can't believe that seriously did that. Okay, one more. No, don't do this to me now, Heatran! I got 3 shakes on a Pokeball. I got 3 shakes on a Dusk Ball. It can be done. It really can be done. If you were frozen, perhaps that would have actually worked. Come on. I want to try it now, because it actually almost worked. Okay, no. I guess I'll try Smarter Balls. Like I said, you never know when you might need a sacrifice play. At least I'm honest with all of my Pokemon and I don't just single out Derpidius. Okay, yeah, Vanity is getting revived right now. I don't typically like using revives against trainers because they won't do the same to me, but this isn't trying to defeat a trainer in battle. This is trying to catch a legendary Pokemon. I think I can make an exception for that. Oh. Bodhi, you are more than a sacrifice play. You are such an amazing sacrifice play that I can actually get away with fully healing up Vanity before you even go down. I'm glad to know that you are good at your intended job in this battle, Bodhi. Oh, even better. Maybe I can heal you up and buy myself enough. Okay, no, I won't do that. I'm not quite that mean. I'll just make you listen to some really ear-grating sounds, other than my voice. And, throw... Yeah, Dusk Ball. Try it. Down to only 15 of these things. I'm kind of worried because we still have quite a few battles ahead of us. 1! No. 1 and done. I can't tell you how tempting that Wood Hammer is right now. If it had lower power, I might have actually gone for it. I don't want to do Outrage because that's locking me into it for 3 turns. And Earthquake will, well... Earthquake will, quite honestly cause a Rock Slide in here, which will come down solely on him and trap him in here for all eternity. Or until I beat the Pokemon League. You know, actually. Something that I do want to say about Heatran is that I don't know if I'm the only person that feels this way, but he doesn't come off as special to me as other legendary Pokemon. He's the being inside of a volcano that when Heatran, according to multiple Pokedex entries, when Heatran makes its home in a volcano, that's the difference between a volcano being dormant and active. That's cool. And Heatran certainly does come off as very powerful. Has moves like Lava Plume that fit this within the lore. Cool. The whole thing is that the Pokedex entries, it's not just like the anime where it's implied that there's multiple of a legendary Pokemon. In every canon, it's basically said that every active volcano has a Heatran in it. And Heatran has a gender ratio. 50% of them are male, 50% of them are female. They're, I think, the only legendary Pokemon to date that has that. There are legendary Pokemon with genders, but I think Heatran is the only one where males and females are known to exist, meaning that they are not a unique species of there only being one or there only being a few in the world. It's implied that there's many of them out there, and I don't know, that just kind of makes it feel a little bit less special to me. I guess he didn't take kindly to that, so he decided to fake me out. I don't know. It's been a while. I think it's time for another timer ball. I'm pretty sure we've waited out the 40 turn counter by this point, if not more. Do it. 1, 2. I can't explain why, but this is somehow more frustrating than when you just don't get a shake for hours, when you get 2 or 3 shakes every dang time, but none of them quite go all the way. Let's use up our last Pokeball, because why not? Nope. Bing. What? Ding, 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 ding. I don't have a lot of hope. These past several balls have been 1 or 0. It's gotta be low on PP. It is doing metal sound every turn. It hasn't attacked me in a super long time, and I am almost out of any kind of ball that I would want to use on this thing. It's probably gonna struggle any turn now. Yeah, there's that metal sound again. That's all it's doing at this point. It's just draining its PP of its last move, and when it does that, it's gonna be over. So, time to be an oddball and use some oddballs. Luxury ball, go! Not even a wiggle or a waggle or a... I feel like if I put an SH at the beginning of either of those words, it's gonna be some kind of racial slur that I've never heard of before, so I'm not gonna take my chances with that. Go! Nothing? Okay. Anytime you'd wanna do something. Let's try the timer ball. I'm sure that that's maxed out. I'm sure that it's the same catch rate as a dusk ball, but we might as well try. Nothing. Had probably the best luck with those up to this point, but not even giving me a shake anymore. Maybe it was my comments about Heatran not feeling as special as other legendary Pokemon in terms of the lore. Two, three, yes! Kind of a boring ball to catch it in, and kind of what you'd expect, but it didn't take me 2 tries. I wonder how much PP it actually had left there. I don't feel like counting that, nor would I subject anyone to counting that. Its body is made of rugged steel, however, it is partially melted in spots because of its own heat. That's a pretty cool Pokedex entry, a lot more than there is a Heatran living in every volcano in the world and it's not special. That is a Pokedex entry that it deserves with its raw power. I gotta say, its feet look kind of funny when you see the footprint right there. I guess it like crushes rocks in them. It's really neat. And that is Heatran. Hit that rock, go that way, and we are in the center. Before going any further, I highly recommend that you save. Because once you step forward and you check this, it's a statue of a Pokemon. It seems to exude power. A body of rock, a body of ice, a body of steel. When gathers the 3 Pokemon, the king shall appear. Regigigas is only level 1. Oh, poor Regigigas. It was lowered from level 70 in Diamond and Pearl, and I don't know why. Poor Regigigas. Onto the Pokemon itself. It's clear that they were trying to make another Slacking, but they failed miserably. Regigigas' stats are a thing of beauty, but its ability just downright cripples it. That's 5 consecutive turns of being out on the field without retreating at all to unshackle it from that ability. It does not learn Protect, it does not learn Detect, does not learn Rest, or any recovery moves at all in order to stall this out. The only moves that it can learn that remotely stall anything are Substitute and, I guess, Thunder Wave and Swagger. It doesn't get Skill Swap either, but that's fair. That would be pretty darn overpowered if it did somehow manage to learn that on its own. I would never suggest using Regigigas for anything but double battles. In which case, it is pretty darn powerful if you can use Skill Swap on it and unshackle it from its ability on just the first turn. It's ruthlessly powerful if you can do that. But for anything else, definitely pass on it. Though, as pitiful as Regigigas might be, and perhaps the most negative review I've ever given of a legendary Pokemon in terms of usability, he is an interesting Pokemon to me at least. Because he is one of very few examples in which a Pokemon was foreshadowed far in advance before its actual debut. If you recall, in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, there is the Sealed Chamber, which is where you go to be able to fight Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, which are needed to open Regigigas' temple. The text that is engraved in the Sealed Chamber, it reads as follows. In this cave we have lived. We owe all to the Pokemon, but we sealed the Pokemon away. We feared it. Those with courage, those with hope, open a door. An eternal Pokemon awaits. They're not referring to Regirock, Regice, and Registeel as they're only speaking of one Pokemon. They say they feared it. And the 3 Regigolems are nothing but keys to open the I thought we'd be here a heck of a lot longer. Yes, they serve as keys to open Regigigas' tomb in the Sinnoh region. I don't know what they were so afraid of with it being a measly level 1, but maybe in an alternate universe where it was level 70, it might have been pretty fearsome. It is 12 feet tall. It is said to have made Pokemon that look like itself from a special ice mountain, rocks, and magma. Huh. So it's said to have created the 3 Regigolems, even though they are the keys to it. It's a little bit weird. In other Pokedex entries, it says that after Groudon created the continents, Regigigas was so strong that it was able to tow the continents with ropes and move them into where they are now, basically explaining plate tectonics in the Pokemon universe. That went a heck of a lot easier than I thought it would, and that was meant to be the bulk of everything we were going to do here today. I highly suggest that you save before moving forward. For after doing all this, atop the Spear Pillar, is this portal. On the other side of the rift, in a fantastically bizarre place, it's Dialga. Will you challenge Dialga? With the unique Dragon Steel type making it an even better tank than its already bulky stats would have you believe, Dialga is a tank that can switch in easily, take hits well, and do huge damage after the fact. Dialga's signature move is Roar of Time, a Dragon-type variant of Hyper Beam. Not exactly helpful in multiplayer battles, but I'm sure Supernova will vouch for it being fun in single player. As if 150 special attack weren't enough, if given the Adamant Orb, Dialga will see a 20% boost to both Dragon-type and Steel-type moves. It's exceptionally fast for tank standards, allowing it to outright avoid damage where other walls would not be able to. The only big negative I can say about it is that Dragon and Steel aren't exactly the best types for offense, but it already has access to Power Gem and Earth Power to make up for this. It's a darn good Pokemon. And probably strangest of all, Dialga's catch rate is 30. Yeah, the creator of time has the same catch rate as a Chatot, go figure. It's always worth throwing a Quick Ball for the first turn against any kind of challenging legendary Pokemon, and there is definitely no exception here. You want to try throwing that Quick Ball and seeing if maybe you can get a little bit lucky. I didn't, but not to say that it's impossible. Let me hope that I get the freeze. No, I didn't get it. Debating if I should bother healing up on Vanity. If it does roar a time, I'm down, but it needs to recharge next turn anyway. And Eidolon does have that Ice Punch. Let's try it. Not even a critical. Wow, wasn't expecting that. And I suppose that I should kindly be quiet here for a few moments because this battle theme, oh my god. I have said it already that if Hoenn's instrument can be the trumpet, Sinnoh's instrument is the piano, and I think that is a beautiful thing. This song, how you make an amazing, exciting, and just high-energy battle theme with a piano as the lead instrument. It needs to be heard to be believed. Seriously, take a listen. And there's the roar time once more. I'm a little surprised I'm having this much trouble catching it. I know that that sounds incredibly stupid to be saying after the luck that I have had, but if I could get Regigigas in only a few turns, you one-shot Eidolon. Oh boy, that's actually kind of problematic. Scythe, I guess you're next. You don't have false swipe anymore, but I brought you along just in case I needed you because of your high damage. I don't think you have anything here that, well, I'm gonna go for a Leaf Blade. It's quad resisted, but it's worth a try if only to make things a little bit easier. That was a critical hit! If I did not already sway you on Dialga being a tank, oh boy. Let's try Great Ball. Matching those color schemes once again. Maybe it will for once work out for me. Not even a shake, whoa. What is your next attack? Another Roar of Time! Oh man, okay. It used up 2 PP against Eidolon. That means that it's got 1 left if it did it once against Vanity, once against Scythe. If it does it again, I'm in trouble. So, you never know when you might need a sacrifice play. Go on, Derpidius! Make quick work of that Dialga! I believe in you! Maybe I'll get lucky with it on the field. I've tried the good balls a few times. I think I've earned a luxury ball just for the sake of being funny, or not being funny, being random, considering Derpidius is on the field, and that is what is funny about the situation. 3! Ah! Got it in a luxury ball! Oh man, okay, Derpidius being on the field, the Dialga being caught. Okay, Derpidius, you are the funny one. Oh my god. A legendary Pokemon of Sinnoh. It is said that time flows when Dialga's heart beats. A 17, almost 18 foot tall, 1,500 pound dragon made of metal. Ooh. If there was ever a cool concept for anything. No. A 16 foot tall, 1,500 pound dragon made of metal that created time. Doesn't get much cooler than that. Let's see. Overwhelming feeling of time powerfully emanates from this rift. Where does it lead to? We shall never know. I am going to heal up and I will be right back. After you leave the spear pillar and return, you now have this portal in the other one's place. On the other side of the rift, in a fantastically bizarre place, it's Palkia. Will you challenge Palkia? Palkia is a force to be reckoned with. It is one of the greatest mixed attackers of all time, and its stats beautifully back up its more offensively viable type that also manages to only be weak to Dragon here. Palkia's signature move is Spatial Rend, a 100 power special Dragon type move with a high critical hit ratio. When it's equipped with a move that powerful and has 100 speed with Dragon as its only weakness, it's hard to say that I thought I got it in only the quick fall. It's hard to say that Palkia even has a weakness at all in the situation. The only Dragon types with higher speed than Palkia are Salamence, Latios, Latias, and Garchomp. Palkia is able to 1 or 2 hit dang near anything that exists if it's given the Lustrous Orb. It sees a 20% boost to Water and Dragon type moves, making it the counterpart to Dialga's Adamant Orb. Quite honestly, this is the first Pokemon we're fighting that I don't think has a single flaw to point out. It is probably the single most powerful Pokemon you will fight in all of Sinnoh. It's that good. However, I do wish it looked a little bit more threatening to match its appearance. I guess to be fair, when you look like something rather questionable in your back sprites, I think they kind of take pity on you and making you one of the most powerful beings in the entire universe. Vanity's not having the best run here. I don't have any more Hyper Potions, actually. Full Restore! Let's do some Overkill. Let's wait for that to heal up. I want to chuck some more Pokeballs at it. It's taking so little damage from that Ice Beam. I honestly thought it would do more. I'm only 6 levels below it. And even though I'm not getting the same type of attack bonus out of my Ice Beam, here it comes! I'm sorry, but when it calls it a fantastically bizarre place or whatever it says, and it seems to be a dimension of nothing but pink with bubbles floating in, and that's how Spatial Ren looks, I'm sorry, it just looks kind of funny to me. There's that heal block, yet another thing that makes it kind of awkward to fight, making it so that you can't heal HP on whatever Pokemon is currently out. Vanity, if you could freeze it right about now. Nope, here's my last Ice Beam. All right. It's got a lot of health, it quad resists water, so there's no reason attacking it with that. Let's try a Heal Ball. Let's see if maybe I can get one time in this entire series where I match a color scheme to a legendary Pokemon. 1, 2, 3! Yahoo! So much for really powerful Pokemon, an incredibly hard boss fight. Whoa! I know its catch rate is only 30, so it's not that big of an achievement or that big of a surprise that it catches that quickly, but in a Heal Ball, I wasn't expecting that. A legendary Pokemon of Sinnoh. It is said that space becomes more stable with Palkia's every breath. Can I point something out? Why is it that half the time spatial is spelled with a C and the other half of the time it's spelled with a T? I've never understood that. And it's within the same text that it does that, because it's Spatial Ren with a C, but Spatial Pokemon with a T. I personally read that as Spatial when I was a kid, which sounds like it is belonging to a spatula or something like that, but it's just kind of weird. So, on another note, you want to save if you have not already. Once you have done so, step forward and check the statue again. This is Regirock! Solid as, well, a bunch of rocks, not just a rock. It is very strong and resilient against physical attacks. In fact, so resilient that Regirock's defense is tied for being the highest stat held by any legendary Pokemon. And its attack isn't really all that bad either. Problem is, of course, the only way that it's obtainable in Sinnoh is with an event that's no longer available. It's not available to you until this late in the game, and it is level 30 instead of the usual 40. Plus, Rock type isn't really the greatest in terms of defense. It starts with the moves Stomp, Rock Throw, Curse, and Superpower. Not a bad moveset at all, and it's not far off from getting Ancient Power and Iron Defense. Definitely some good moves for it. But here, I have gone to the liberty of teaching Scythe False Swipe. This way I can get it down to 1 HP really easily. I just realized I probably should have thrown a Quick Ball in the first turn like I usually like to do. You never know when you might get lucky. And I definitely welcome you using Superpower, because I like having your stats. You did 6 damage. I know that I'm more than twice your level, but sorry, it's just really funny seeing an attack animation that amazing followed by just that little damage. Let's see what this does. Okay, that did 4. You did almost as much damage with that as you did with Superpower, even though I resisted them both. Okay, cool. With this, I can assure that I get him down to exactly 1 HP, and I guess if I wanted to use like a Thunder Wave TM or bring an Electric type with me, I could also paralyze him, which would be nice, but it was just really easy to teach Scythe False Swipe by using a Heart Scale. Wasn't really difficult to do at all. I just thought it was really the best thing for it. Let's just start chucking some Pokeballs, though, because I don't really have anything else I can do right here, and I didn't bring any Dusk balls. That's awkward. Wow. Okay, well, if we're not using dust balls, how about we have some fun? Let's see how you like being in a frilly pink ball of shame. Nope. Okay, I know. Being in a heal ball is... Well, okay, I think one of my team members is actually in a heal ball. I think Acrobat is. I was about to say that it is a little bit shameful because it's one of the least helpful Pokeballs out there, though, but... I can't really say that. You know, Regirock, things have changed a lot since your dominion over the world or anything of that sort, because, you know, nowadays, it's not shameful for guys to like pink. It's actually quite manly, you know, so if you want to be rough and tough and, you know, want to like come out with like pink sparkles all around you and just kind of show how tough you can look despite that backdrop, that might be a good time. I'm personally not a fan of pink. I'm a much bigger fan of purple, though, but this is the closest we can get. So what do you say? Get in the ball. Yeah, thank you. 1. Hey, my conversational skills seem to be getting a little bit better. Let's use our first smart ball. Gonna go for the ultra right here. I probably don't need dusk balls, all things considered, because timer balls are gonna do a fantastic job anyway once I get the turn number up. It does kind of suck that I'm probably gonna be using more items than I could have gotten away with, though, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Also, stop doing more damage than superpower is kind of funny. 1, 2, 3. Using more resources, my baft end, man. I tried to say butt and aft end, so I said baft end. That was dumb. Okay. We already have a Regirock because I transferred it from Emerald version so that we could fight that Regigigas at the Snow Point Temple already, so no Pokedex entry this time, but wow, that was over rather quickly. Just check the statue and be done with it. This is the unpronounceable Regice, or Regice. Both are official, not even Pokemon themselves know how to pronounce this thing. It was once a near impenetrable special wall that reigned supreme back in Generation 3. Had stats so good that it shined through its terrible pure ice type, but since then it's been knocked down a few pegs. The physical special split was not kind to this Pokemon and only further pronounced his weaknesses. Stealth Rock was also a very, very poor addition to the game for its liking. While Regice is still good at being a special wall, Ice only resists itself, and all types have physical moves to play around with now. As such, you're gonna have a hard time switching into Regice, and it's not as useful as it once was. Of course, if you could obtain this around this point in the playthrough, it's probably the best Ice type available to you as of right now, considering we're not even on the snow route yet if you're playing through it normally. And this time, I'm not forgetting to throw my turn 1 Quick Ball. In fact, with your color scheme, I'd love to catch you in a Quick Ball. That'd be awesome. You look good in this. It even has like a cross shape of yellow on it, too. I didn't even shake. I was hoping. Maybe even get my hopes up. None of that. You just don't want to give me any sort of time of day. What's nice is that you have lower physical defense, you don't resist my false swipe, so I can chip you down to 1 HP a lot quicker than I did Regirock. And I know, I'm well aware that I'm basically repeating myself with these bios on these guys, but they're legendary encounters, they're special. If I didn't whip out the bios, then whoa! I guess that's a testament to just how defensive Regirock actually is against physical attack, because wow. And also a testament to everything I just said about Regice being true. Cool. Luxury Ball? Do you want to be my bestest friend in the whole wide world, Regice? The voice crack gave you the authentic high school Chugga experience right there. Okay. So you're going to do Superpower yet again. I am not worried about this whatsoever. What's kind of nice is that they... like 2 damage. They can't really do anything to me. Scythe's typing is just really nice for what their moveset is. It does have Icy Wind in its moveset in place of that Rock Throw that Regirock had. I'm not worried. Let's go for the Ultra Ball. One. And before you tell me you can't believe that I did this twice in a row and how could I ever forget, don't worry. I didn't forget that either. If this turn can hurry up and be over, thank you. I didn't forget the Dusk Balls. I brought 50 of these things. 50. I am ready to wait out the Timer Ball timer all the way to turn 30 if I got a 1. Nope. Dusk Balls really are just the saving grace. Just so many legendary Pokemon are found in caves. So many things like that are It's helpful in so many fights. I'm just stammering at this point. You know how helpful they are. They are so good in so many legendary fights. Heck, a lot of legendary Pokemon aren't even fought in caves, yet locations like the Spear Pillar count as dark areas. I don't know why that is. Plus, let's be honest, if you're anywhere close to my age, you only ever play Pokemon at nighttime, so it kind of gives you incentive to actually play your clock straight and not have it be 12 hours off so that everything doesn't look terrible at nighttime. Okay, Dusk Ball number 3. Come on, Regice, work that ball. Show me some wiggles. Okay, yeah, I would have stopped wiggling in that situation, given the context, too. I don't blame you one bit. I don't think it's as powerful as the Dusk Ball yet, but I brought 20 timer balls with me, up my count on those a little bit. We might as well throw one and see if we get a little bit lucky. Nope. I'm willing to try a few Great Balls. I've caught some legendaries and Great Balls in my time. I've had plenty of days where I threw tons of Ultra and Dusk Balls that didn't work, and I tried a Great Ball for the heck of it, and worked out just fine. Besides, you look pretty good in this. You don't have any red on you, but it's almost a complimentary color, and the blue's nice. 1, 2. Ah! It would have been so good. Like, I swear to you, I know that there is no math to support this, but just more often than not for me, Great Balls tend to catch things. Like, it's really weird. I've had so many times in my life, not even just in recordings, well, yes, in recordings, definitely, and I've had plenty of times in recordings where things that were not even as good as a Great Ball worked out just fine for me, as many of you have seen, but for whatever reason, I feel like I catch a lot more legendary Pokemon in Great Balls than Ultra Balls. Even like dating back to like Red and Blue, that was the case for me. And I got one shake on the timer ball, it's starting to work, come on! Just cursing up a storm, aren't you? Not like I really care, you're not able to do any damage, and I've already got you down to 1 health. It's not like I'd even want to hit you again. So, another timer ball maybe? Let's see. Guess I need to learn more patience. Dusk Ball again! 1, 2. This cry is just so, like, so dramatic sounding, just ew! Sounds like an eagle, like, dying or something like that. Not saying that an eagle dying is cool, though, but, I mean, I guess it would at least sound cool if you disconnect the context from it. What? No! Come on. Flaunt that cry. It has one of the best cries out there, though. It's one of the, well, I guess coolest sounding, though. I didn't really want to make a pun there, though, because I think I've already met my daily quota for that. And besides, the 2 that I already made were real stinkers, to the point where even I couldn't chuckle at them. They were that bad. Yeah, use your terrible move that's good in VGC and nowhere else. Bet you think you're cool for using that move before it was cool. Another unintentional pun. I can't help it, okay? Give me another timer ball. It's just really subconscious at this point. 1, 2, 3! Oh my! 2 short battles, wow! No Pokedex entry once again, but that's Regice down. Now! GGZGZO. Clearly that's what that says. It's Registeel! With some strong defenses on both fronts and a pure steel type to boot, Registeel serves as a great tank. It starts with roughly the same moves with Stomp, Metal Claw, Curse, and Superpower, same moveset except for one steel type move, and it can even learn Explosion right away with help of a Heart Scale. It learns some nice moves later on, including some nice new Generation 4 toys like Charge Beam and Flash Cannon. The biggest problem with it is that, as of this game, Steel is not very offensively viable, so its same type attack bonus isn't going to come in handy all that often, and as I am chucking the Quick Ball at it. Even though I'm happy to show this, and I'm so appreciative that I could get an event Regigigas to be able to show off these fights, can I just say that this is probably the stupidest event in any Pokemon game in history? Like, think about it for a second. You're going to an event that was only held at American Toys R Us's, by the way. If you were Canadian, you couldn't get this Regigigas to do this. So you had to be American, and you had to physically go to Toys R Us. Couldn't even download it over Wi-Fi. Going all that way to get a Pokemon, you were downloading something that was legitimately available in Diamond and Pearl for more than 2 years earlier, so it wasn't even a special Pokemon you couldn't obtain elsewhere. And then when you get it home, it unlocks your ability to fight Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, which, what is their purpose? Opening the Snow Point Temple so that you can fight a level 1 Regigigas. Just, you give us a Regigigas so that we can, you make it hard for us to obtain a Regigigas, which its ultimate purpose is allowing us to obtain a level 1 Regigigas when you already have a level 100 Regigigas to do this event. And not only that, but one of the biggest criticisms of Diamond and Pearl was that you needed a Game Boy Advance Pokemon game to be able to experience a lot of what the game had to offer. This would have been a perfect opportunity to rectify that. It had been 2 years since Diamond and Pearl. What was so wrong with just making Regirock, Regice, and Registeel normally fightable in Platinum, so that if you didn't have a Game Boy Advance game from 5 years ago, or I guess 4 years ago to be totally fair to it when criticizing it, you could just do that. I don't get it at all, but yeah, when you really stop and think about it, you're going to the store, getting a legitimately available Pokemon that is not special at level 100 so that you can go home and catch the same Pokemon at level 1. I don't get it either. 1, 2, 3! No! I thought we really had it! Wow! Would have been 3 short fights today. Dang. I guess when we're fighting Registeel, one thing that I can bring up about it is that it is one of the few Pokemon that is not in the Sinnoh Dex, but it had its sprite altered from Diamond and Pearl to Platinum. Technically. If you live in Europe, this was not the case. In the European release of Diamond and Pearl, they changed Registeel's pose from, well, what you see on screen to what you now see on screen. I think you can figure out why they would change that in Europe, and in Platinum, they changed it for all regions. So, Registeel is a little bit special in that way, in that it had a sprite change. Personally, I think the first one looks kind of epic, the pose that it's in, though, but I can understand why they wanted to change it. But its shoulder ball that's further away from the camera is larger than the one that's closer to the camera. It's a weird proportional thing that makes me kind of not like this one as much, but hey. It's less offensive, and you would look awesome in a timer ball, buddy. Like, dude, you have all the right colors, and you have a light gray, a dark gray, you have a red. Apparently you didn't think so because I guess 5,000 years ago, they didn't have aesthetic design as a thing that was around that you would recognize, but, you know, you gotta get with the times, Registeel. You really do. Speaking of getting with the times, how about maybe you're the one who wants to look really manly from popping out of a pink Pokeball with sparkles all over the place and being able to look tough amidst that backdrop? No? Okay. You look good in a luxury ball as well. I'm just trying to think about like what kind of ball I would like to have a Registeel in. A luxury ball could be kind of nice. I'm sure there's not a lot of Registeels out there that are in luxury balls either. Let's try it. Nope. He didn't want to be my bestest friend in the whole wide world. You gotta love that just when you're a kid, how like you want like a bag of chips that a kid has and your way of persuading with them is, please, I'll be your best friend. Just, I kind of want to know if anybody ever had a friendship or even a relationship kind of last on something like that where they met their best friend through something as petty as just wanting their bag of chips and saying that to them and then you really actually did become friends. Can't imagine that it's terribly common. I'm going off on a tangent here, wow. Ultra Ball? Let's give that a go. 1. You would look positively hideous in a Dusk Ball, but you know what? You don't seem to believe in color theory, so why should I? Get in the Dusk Ball and be a boring Registeel that is wearing the same thing that all other Registeels in the world are wearing because it's the smart thing to do. Oh, maybe you do have a fashion sense after all. I'm sorry. I just kind of assumed back 5,000 years ago you were all wearing tattered cloths on your crotches, and if not that, you were just running around naked like you are in the present time, and you think that's socially acceptable. 1, 2, 3. Gave you too much credit. Well, that's 3 pretty short battles here. I am lying a little bit. Okay.